Dorothy, and today I am going to make this card. You can see how I do it. It's combining three challenges of Atlanta Card Sketch Challenge, the Color Dare Color Challenge, and Cut It Up Challenge. Here we go. Hi, this is Dorothy with Scrapbooking, and I am going to make another challenge card today. So this is a combination of actually three different card challenges, Color My Heart Color Dare, and Atlantic Card Sketch Challenge, and also I think it's called Cut It Up, and they're doing dots and stripes, or either dots or stripes, or and with a die cut, and the color. Three of the colors that they have, you have to use Royal and Periwinkle, and then also they have a choice of several different other colors, sage being one of them. So these are the three colors that I'm using, and I absolutely love and adore the February stamp of the month called Say It With Flowers, and it's all these pansies, which is perfect for us right now. So I got the one that has the die cuts with it, the thin cuts, and you can get it with just the stamp and then cut them out yourself if you want. But I went ahead and cut out a bunch of the die cuts and stamped them so that they're all ready to go when I want to make something else. And I've already used this several times, but I adore pansies, and it's spring and it's just the right time for pansies. So we have all sorts of things to choose from this wonderful stamp set. So what I've done here is I've taken the mix-in packet that has these pretty little periwinkle, and I could actually use either side of it, but I'm going to use the stripe side. It's a very thin stripe, and I went ahead and used an older embossing folder, and it has a plain on the top and dotted on the bottom, and so I am using that, and I'm going to put my stripes on top, so I can just go ahead and do that now. And the Atlantic Card Sketch Challenge has stripes on top, and then there's some quarter or stripes going this way, some strips, I should say. And so I have Periwinkle Shimmer trim, and so I thought I would pull that out. I clearly haven't used it yet. It still has its plastic cover on top of it that I can't seem to find the end of. Isn't that crazy? Let's see, maybe I can get some help from a pair of scissors here. There we go. I think, yeah, there we go. Okay, so I'm just going to cut off some of this and leave a little bit of a strip so I can find the end and peel it off easily. Oh, look at how pretty that is. Isn't that lovely? So I am just going to cut a piece off and run it across like that, and then cut it. It's always easier to cut things from the back side than the front side. And I've used a separate piece of White Daisy cardstock here. Whoops. And I'm just trimming this off. And then I'll go ahead and put this away. And what I might do is use a thin piece. I might cut this to make a real thin strip to go underneath. But the other thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to use this die cut. I decided I liked this one. I do like my little bouquet here, but I want this to be a little bit bigger. So I am going to take this and I'm going to squeeze my royal onto the top. Put these and use my little brush to pick up a little color. I think I need to test. And I am going to add some color to the center of the pansies. Like that. This is a fun way to watercolor. And I'll add some onto this little bit here, some over here. Okay, now I'm gonna wipe my brush off. And I think what I'll do is I'll pull out my sage and color the leaves. And I'm gonna go over all of the leaf and then come back and do some highlighting. This water brush is just so nice to use. It just seems to be able to put out a good amount of water without soaking everything. And I want to get a lot on here and just kind of highlight the veining, just to add a little bit more to the leaves. So I'm just picking up more color from the top. So you can still see a little bit of the light shading, and then you get a little bit of the dark in there. So you get kind of a multi-colored amount, just to add a little something to your leaves so that they're just not one color. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is pull out my Periwinkle. This is a pretty light color. And I'll just test. And I'm adding some to the outside. If I want it to be a little bit lighter, I can just squeeze a little bit of the brush for a little bit more water so it will dry. The blue, the Periwinkle blue will dry a little bit lighter. Periwinkle is actually a pretty good color for a pansy. I mean, you see purple, a lot of purple pansies, but Periwinkle is a real pretty color in pansies, I think. I'm going to add some periwinkle onto this little one down here. Kind of a not fully in bloom yet. And also this one. So there is my painting. Now what I might do is, I think I'm going to color another one, this pansy. Try to make it a little bit darker towards the center. And I'm also going to make another extra leaf. I don't know whether I should make one of these leaves or maybe this leaf. I think I'll make this leaf. Put this one over here. Okay, that is what I'm going to do. And now another thing I'm going to do is go off camera for a second. Okay, so pine is another color that is on the list. And this is some pine shimmer trim. So I might use this, or I like to take my shimmer trim and cut it on my trimmer, on my paper trimmer. And so I am just going to use the real thin piece. And run it right along there just for a little added something. And my flower, I am going to pop up. So I'm going to use some foam tape. Okay, so here's my foam tape. Pull off the back. I just did my cutouts on plain white daisy. I didn't use watercolor paper for it. So we're going to put this right up here, and I might put a little petal down here. just for a little interest. I want to tuck that under like this. So let me try to scooch it up under like that. Okay, now the last thing I need to do is to put the sentiment on it. And I think, well, I have to add, I forgot to add some things in here. Oh, I wonder what I can do about that. Okay, so I forgot to put these little banners on underneath, and so I'm putting them on now. I went ahead and made them off camera. I'm using Royal and Sage, and then also some of the same mix-in paper that I used for the top. And I am just aligning those below the pine strip that I made. Okay, so this is, and I think what I'm going to do is just go ahead and stick this onto my A2 card, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And I'll put it down sideways. I think I got it just a little. It sticks too good. So I'm going to leave it the way it is. So the last thing I need is a sentiment, and so I'm going to make a small sentiment using Grateful for You, Friend. And I think I'll put it right down here. I haven't used this one before, so I'm just going to go ahead and do a little seasoning and a little stamping. That's good. And then I'll go ahead and use a little pad. And then I'll cut it off camera. I'm going to cut this out just a little bit. I kind of want it to more go with the flow of the words. And I think I'll use a little sponging in Periwinkle. So I'm going to put a little bit of, get my little sponge out and just kind of go around the edge. And then pop it up. And that is going to go right down here. And so there's my little card. And I hope that you like it. If you haven't subscribed to me, I hope you subscribe. I don't do super complicated things, but I want to be ready for the points in your life where you want to tell your friends you're thinking of them. If they're having a little bit of a hard time. So here, I think this will bring, let me come down a little bit of joy and happiness to somebody. And here are the colors that I used. There we go. So thanks so much for watching. Bye now. Hi, I'm Dorothy Smith. Thanks for watching my video, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel and learn along with me. Thanks. Bye-bye.